All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
What's going on, Colts Nation? I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, and today we are going to react play-by-play and analyze, break down this Week 13 NFL matchup as the Indianapolis Colts play host to the divisional opponent that the Colts have had some issues with the last few years in the Houston Texans. All right. Before we get into it, though, I want to remind everybody, please smash that like button. And, I'd appreciate that a ton. That helps immediately, right? Help get more people in here. So hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, take that notification bell so that you're notified next time we go live or upload a video. And look, Hermit Crabbit already jumps right in the last few times. In the last few days, technically, today and 3 days ago, wanted to ask some questions. So what we got here is Hermit Crabbit 3 days ago said, thanks for the analysis. And then today, using the tip jar down in the description, he asked, what is the most recent report on Buckner's neck injury? And that is a great question because there really hasn't been a update on that. We do know that the earliest he can come back is the Week 15 game. Okay. So that would be helpful. And from what I'm understanding, he is still optimistic that he'll be back this season. So, and not postseason. He said during the regular season. So that is good news looking forward ahead. There's no real update. They're not going to do that anyhow. They're not going to let anyone know major updates about people and their injuries. The Colts, it's not just the Colts. It's just NFL teams in general. They don't like to give out a lot of information. Okay. Even if they have really good information, they're not going to give out too much. Just like the Daniel Jones thing, they're not going to give out a bunch of information because that can be helpful to the opposing teams. They look at injury reports and watch these things as well, and media pressers and stuff. So, Colts fans and media, they had this great big huge thing about how the Colts don't share information about injuries and leave us in the dark. Well, that's they're not the only ones to do that. Everybody does that, and there's a reason for it. So that's the deal on that. Appreciate Hermit for the question, though. Hopefully we will get him back soon. Okay. This is Week 13. He'll miss next week at minimum, and the earliest he can come back is Week 15. I don't even know which games those are, because I know the games that we play. I just don't know week to week because I don't look ahead week to week too much. I look at the very next week, and that very next game is today versus the Texans. Okay. And that's what I'm focusing on. So hopefully we get Buckner back because that would make this defense so damn good. What's going on, Kurt? What's going on, Speed? Hermit, glad to see you in here. Josh, appreciate you, my guy. Scooth, what's up? Daniel Hackman in here. Everybody who's in here, appreciate each and every one of you. Depot would have been the difference in the KC game. I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that at all. He would have helped that run defense dramatically, and also got some extra pressure up the middle against Mahomes. But you got to play with the cards you're given, right? And right now we are playing without the ace of spades. So it is what it is. All right, Kurt. Anyhow, so I made a promise to give up some stats that might make you feel a little bit better about this upcoming game, because everybody knows that the Texans defensive front is so good. So good. They get pressure and sacks, and they hardly blitz at all, right? With just their front four. Well, here's some interesting stats that might make you go, what? All right. First off, the Texans, yards per carry wise, are not as good as the Colts. They're about the same. The Colts give up 4 yards a carry on the ground, and the Texans give up 4.1 yards a carry on the ground. So, pretty close to the same. Colts just have an edge better, right? Now, if you go to the advanced metrics and you look at the blitz percentage, right, and you scroll down and you see that the Texans only blitz 21.9% of the time. The Colts only blitz 21.8% of the time. So the Colts have that little slight edge on that, right? So they blitz less than the Texans. Yeah, but what about pressures and sacks? That's an interesting question because the Colts and the Texans have the exact same amount of sacks, 33. And the Colts, pressure percentage-wise, is miles better than the Texans overall. You heard me right. The Texans have a 19.7 pressure percentage. The Colts have a 25.2 pressure percentage. That's telling me that even though they blitz slightly less than the Texans, overall their defensive line, the Colts defensive line, does equal or better than the Texans defensive line with less blitzes. What? So what makes this Texans defense so darn good? Why are they ranked so high? Well, because they don't give a lot of points and they haven't given up a lot of yardage, okay, when it comes to passing the football. All right. You got to remember the Indianapolis Colts through the first, 10 weeks of the year, they were playing mostly with practice squad guys in the secondary. Okay. Right? Almost all practice squad guys. We missed Mooney for 5, 6 games? We missed Kenny Moore for 3 or 4 games, right? And then we just got Sauce Gardner. Our secondary has gotten miles better over the last 3 weeks than what they were for the previous 10 weeks of the season. So legitimately, our defense could be walking on the field today better than the Texans. Now, Kenny Moore did admit that they're still working on the cohesion and understanding each other. The secondary is, right? They're still trying to understand, how Mooney's going to play a certain play or certain players as opposed to Sauce and opposed to himself and Cam and Nick, They're still figuring that out because they're a new group together. And the more they play together, the better they're going to get, the more cohesive they're going to get, which is just going to make that defensive front even better. And then when DeForest Buckner gets back, look out. The Colts will have a top 5 defense in the NFL. It might not show fully on the stat page, but it'll be playing better than what the overall season stats are, right? So you got to keep that in mind. The only thing is you can't have 4 straight 3-and-outs. I'm looking at you, Shane Steichen. You got to get better play calls because what happened last week at the end of the Chiefs game was absolutely ridiculous and should never, ever, ever, ever happen. Not when you got the kind of guys that you have on this team on offense. All right. Here we go. Real quick, I want to discuss the inactives for the Indianapolis Colts. There was some worry, right? Because our boy, number 84, our rookie tight end, right, Tyler Warren, was ill and was questionable for this game on whether or not he'd be able to play. He is playing this game. Inactives today are Jonathan Edwards, DJ Giddens, Eric Johnson, Reuben Lowry, Will Mallory, and Luke Tenuta. Pretty much everyone that was inactive for the last couple games is inactive today outside of, Mooney Ward 2 games ago. We have been incredibly healthy overall as a team this year, barring the first 5, 6 weeks of the season when it comes to our secondary. But over the last month and a half, we've been pretty healthy. So we could count that as a plus for us. Now let's go over and look at the Houston Texans. Their inactives: wide receiver Braxton Berrios, quarterback Graham Mertz, Jamal Hill, the linebacker, tackle Jarrett Kingston, guard Laken Tomlinson. Now Laken Tomlinson, that's a hit for him. Everybody else, those are backup guys. All right, third stringers. So you're good there when it comes to the Texans. So yeah, for the most part, we're looking at two teams coming into this game, and they're going to be playing fairly healthy. So this will be a very good game to keep an eye on. That's a great question by Speed. Yes, the O's have been very. It's more of a statement and probably not a question. The O has been very vanilla for about a month now. It's like they're saving some of the playbook for the playoffs. I don't know how vanilla. You could only throw in. I don't know if it's vanilla or just the same that we've seen. Right? Like, we've seen this stuff, the same things week in, week out, right? I mean, we did get the Wildcat, with direct snap to Tyler Warren a couple games ago in Germany, right? We saw some of the plays. But really, and I've stated this multiple times, Shane Steichen does not call Daniel Jones direct quarterback runs. He's not done it all season. All season. He'll throw in the RPOs where it allows him to run if he wants to. But we have not seen an actual play call designed for him to take off and run the football outside of quarterback sneaks. Wait, I think we did see one like 3 weeks ago. But that was it. Right? It's just not something that you see on a regular basis. And that's smart of Shane Steichen on that aspect. Now, with the injury that he has, that the majority of doctors that I have talked to assume he has, because anything outside of that would have him laid up and not playing, which is an avulsion, right, on the fibula, which basically is a sprained ankle that a small piece of bone from the fibula came off with. A little fleck of bone came off with it. And because a little fleck of bone comes off, it's labeled as a fracture. Now, that being said, it's no more dangerous to play on than a sprained ankle, if that's the case. It's not going to make his bone any weaker to being snapped in half or anything of that nature. It is just as painful as a sprain. Can be a little more depending upon how that bone is rolled. If it's rolled up underneath and causing inflammation, then that can make it worse, right? But from what I'm understanding, it's manageable. And, he's taken some time off during practices. I don't think this is nearly the big deal that everybody's saying. And quarterbacks play with sprained ankles all the time. All the time. Okay? Patrick Mahomes went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago with a sprained ankle. Okay? So the Colts can legitimately be okay with Daniel Jones. They're overreacting a little bit to a couple videos that was posted. Did they show him on the rollouts and stuff like that? No. Just 2 little quick drop back videos, and that's all you saw. They didn't show the other videos of him moving around during practice, right? To show his real full movement. I don't think it's nearly as bad as what they say. Absolutely. 100% right there. You give him a bunch of naproxen, right? Stuff to reduce inflammation. Give him a little bit of pain meds. Let him go to work. Maybe throw a little cast around the ankle to help, give him stability around the ankle. He'll be fine. He didn't even have a cast on, not even an air cast. He might have had it taped or wrapped during those practice shots, but he had nothing around his ankles and stuff, like nothing big and bulky. So that tells me that it's not nearly like what people say it is. But you absolutely still need to establish the run with Jonathan Taylor, because you never want to be one-sided. You don't want to be just run. You don't want to be just pass. When you can run and pass effectively for both, that makes it very difficult for a defense to hone in on you. So you cannot let this Texans team force you to be a pass-happy team the way the Chiefs did. So we'll see how this works out. Now, the good thing is the Colts know the Texans very well. The Texans know the Colts very well. We are at home. We're going to have home field advantage. Granted, our history at home versus the Texans isn't the best in recent years, but I think it will be okay. All right. Also, some of you might be happy to hear my wife is home. She came home Friday night. They got her oxygen up to 95% without having oxygen in her after 3 days of being admitted to the hospital and under a lot of breathing, like massive amounts of breathing treatments and antibiotics and steroids and all kind of tests and stuff, and found out that she's got COPD and emphysema. So she's kind of not able to move around very well. And when she does, it takes a lot of breath out of her, but at least she's home. And while that happened, I ended up getting actual medication for my blood pressure, as you guys know from last week. So I'm taking blood pressure meds. I feel a lot better in that aspect. So just good. I just wanted to give you guys an update. So, all right. As a matter of fact, I got my second half tea sitting right here. As you can see, I gotta love hospital cups, man. They are freaking awesome. They're tumblers with straws and everything. I love them. All right. So I appreciate each and every one of you, 25 of you in here. If you haven't yet hit that like button, I'd really, really appreciate you doing so right now. I'm going to check and see if, since it's after 12:30, if the stream has started yet or not. It looks like it may have. We're going to go ahead and click the second link, see if that comes up. It looks like it's going to. Yeah. So I'm just going to turn this down a little. There we go. All right. Now I got the stream up and running. All right. So we got about a half an hour to kill before the game starts. I am excited. Dude, hey, what's up, Jeremy? Appreciate you being in here, man. Don't forget to hit that like. Look, I was talking about stats and stuff and how the Colts defensive line is damn near identical to their defense, the Texas defensive line, outside of pressure percentage, where the Colts blow them out the water. My thing is, look, they have obviously a guy on their team that scares the holy crap out of me. The last 2 years, Nico Collins has torched the shit out of the Indianapolis Colts secondary. Don't look at me like that. You know I'm telling you the truth. He has been the secret weapon that CJ Stroud has been using this for forever against the Colts secondary. Now that we have a healthy secondary, can we take Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, and Jaden Higgins out of the equation and make them try to beat us with Nick Chubb? Because that's interesting, right? That's interesting. Can we get pressure? Because the Texans offensive line's not that good, right? And we get lots of pressure. Telling you what, my boy Leatu Latu is on pace for double-digit sacks this season. And he's going to be coming off the edge. Can he get another one? Right? If we can get some incompletions, hold the secondary long enough for our pass rush to get there, oh my goodness, we could have a game. And we were getting torched on them in the fourth quarter because of how much they were on the field. You can't be on the field 43 minutes and expect defensive backs to be playing full strength. Offensive players come off the field and get breaks all the time, right? When it comes to defensive backs, they're out there 100% of the time generally, and they're getting gassed. Plus, we had Ward out there who has missed a whole month straight. He had to get back into football shape. Plus, he was gassed because of 43 minutes. I think he'll do a lot better this week. They only have one really good speedster, whereas Kansas City has got like 3 good speedsters on their team. I think the Colts will be okay in this situation when it comes to the crossing routes, as long as we're playing good coverage, right? That's fair. That's fair. But the Texans, their entire defense is basically off 2 players, right? Where the Colts have got like 5 players. Hold on. Let me go look at this. Because I'm pretty sure. Let me look at sacks. All right. Latu with 6, Quiddy with 4, DeForest with 4, and he's been missing. Gallimore's got 3.5. Taekwon's got 3. Nick's got 2.5. Zair's got 2. Addie's got 2. Samson's got 2. We're getting sacks from all across the board, right? And those are defensive linemen and linebackers. Outside of Kenny, Nick Cross has 2.5. All those names got 9 players with 2 or more sacks on the Colts. Only one of those is a defensive back. And only one other one is a linebacker, Zaire Franklin. Everybody else are defensive linemen because we use rotation on our defensive line. That's awesome. That is a good thing about the Colts defense is we got pretty good depth across the board, and we're healthy finally outside of DeForest Buckner being gone, which is a big hit. That's a great question. Let's go look at that real quick. Texans schedule. All right. Well, let's look at the Texans' schedule real quick. The most they've given up this year. They gave up 14 to the Rams, 20 to the Bucks, 17 to the Jags. They blanked the Titans, 10 to the Ravens. 27 Seahawks scored 27 on them. They only gave up 15 to the Niners. The Broncos scored 18. 29 to the Jaguars the next time they met. Jaguars scored pretty good on them. And then Buffalo last week scored 19 while the Texans scored 23. So there's your answer to that question, man. I don't think what's up, Shrey? Appreciate you was able to make it. I don't think the Texans are going to blitz. They're not known for blitzing. If they blitz a lot, it'll probably be in the upper 20 percentage. You're not going to see the 40s, 50s, 60 percentile like we've seen the last 3 weeks. They just don't. They're not a blitzing team. And if they do blitz, I'm hoping that Shane Steichen has the play calls ready, right? Has some leaks out, has some different setups for him to be able to audible into a play that will allow a quick release for a screen or a leak or a quick crosser or something of that nature. But they're not a blitzing team. I think the most they blitzed in a game this season is 29%. They just don't blitz a lot. They rely heavily on their front four getting pressure. That is 100%. Yeah, but the fractured fibula is not really a fractured fibula. It's a sprained ankle. It's literally just a sprained ankle where the ligament that's attached to the bottom of that bone, when it pulled off, just a fleck of the bone came off with it. Right? So it's a sprained ankle. It's not really a fractured bone. Right? It's called a fracture because a small fleck of the bone came off, so it's labeled as a fracture. But really, he just rolled his ankle. All right. So, but they want to send a lot of blitzes. Fine. I think over the last 3 weeks, I would hope and pray that Shane and Jim Bob Cooter have learned, and I've been saying this for a couple weeks, to take care of that situation, right? Have plays set up. So, yeah, but you can get around sprain pain. I've had my ankles messed up so many times from rolling them. Anti-inflammatories and pain meds, and you won't even know that you have a sprained ankle. But you'll have to wear a brace if you do that. Otherwise, you will screw up your ankle even worse, right? But yeah, I've sprained my ankle 3 times in 2 months to the point where all the ligaments came off of it when I was in Atterbury. And the doctor said, if you sprain it again, you'll be in a wheelchair the rest of your life. And that kind of opened my eyes. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah. Yeah, they are, Hermit. Websites are making Jones's injury big, and it's going to. They're going to. That's just how they work. They got to get that. Oh, AR ain't going to be back for a while. He's still messed up. That eye is still screwed up, Rogers. But I don't feel. Oh yeah, I remember, dude. Well, at least you didn't break nothing on that one, right? You just had something about that wide go clean through the bottom of your foot into your heel and into your ankle. That was nasty. I was there. Oh gosh. Yeah. Ugh, that was awful day. I remember you looking up at me and asking me to knock you out and wishing that I could actually do that for you. What's up, War Daddy? I feel like, look, no, I'm not saying that we're not worried about the Texans. I mean, Texans got a good defense, but the Colts got a good defense too, and this offense practices against it constantly, right? So, and we got a pretty good offense. I feel like, I mean, we played the Broncos and we beat the Broncos, and they got a good defense too. I mean, between the Texans and the Broncos, you guys have the number one, number two defense in football, and it's arguable which one's first, which one's second, right? And yeah, we've seen what the Texans defense has been all season. The thing is, right here, Val was talking about it. Nobody's seen what the Colts defense can be fully now that they've got all their all pros back, right? From injury and all of that. Plus, and we don't even have DeForest Buckner right now, and they're still really, really good. So, you know, but hey, I appreciate you, Wiley. All right, guys. So there's like 30 of you in here that I see. Please don't forget, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time I go live or upload a video. I didn't even notice last week, Hermit, about Carlisle. I'll have to keep a better eye on that. I didn't get to look at the all 22 because I was at the hospital all week with my wife, right? As you saw, I wanted, but I had other more pressing matters to deal with. But here's a good question. Should the Colts utilize their second running back more often instead of having Jonathan Taylor in the backfield almost the entire game? Should the Colts utilize a second back instead of Taylor more often to give him breaks so that later in the game, in the third and fourth quarter, he's more explosive and not nearly as tired? That's a question. Yeah, Kim's okay now, but she was hospitalized with pneumonia and emphysema and COPD all week. I think the Colts definitely need to utilize screens more. I think the most I've seen them use a screen is 3 times in one game. And we've got guys that can do screens, wide receiver screens, tight end screens, running back screens. We got guys for that. Utilize it. Utilize them. Not even as just like not even as audibles. Just utilize them whenever you need to. Hell, 1st and 10. Throw a screen out there. I would do that as the first offensive play of the game. Get the screen game going, right? Get the ball out of Jones's hand quickly and see and keep this defense on their toes. And then if that does well, or at least you don't get negative yards out of that screen, then you play a play where you might look to find somebody downfield like Alec Pierce or Michael Pittman or something like that on the next play. Make the defense guess what you're doing. Don't be a team that's like, well, we're going to either try to run it or throw it in the middle. Because that's what the Colts were last week against the Chiefs. We're either going to run the ball with Taylor or throw it over the middle. Or throw it, between the hashes. Can't be like that. Did you? Yeah, Kim had pneumonia too all last week. And she was while she was there, she was diagnosed with COPD and emphysema. When she went in, her oxygen level was under 90. They barely was able to get it to 91 running straight oxygen through her. But after a few days of a lot of breathing treatments and antibiotics and steroids, they were able to get her up to bouncing between 93 and 95, so they released her. I'm glad you're okay too, bud. Or better, anyhow. Because when you have pneumonia, it takes it out of you for a while. My wife still can't get up and down the stairs without taking breaks. It absolutely does, Greg, and that's what pisses me off. I get that it's a look. Screenplays are called no thinker plays by quarterback, right? The easy button plays, and we don't even utilize it. We don't even utilize them. I don't know why. I don't know how much we're going to use Warren. Now he's not missing the game. He is active for the game, but you got to remember he's still sick, right? He was sick yesterday. He's probably still sick today, but he's going to play. All right. So I wouldn't put too much into him. Obviously, utilize him when you need to, though. Oh. What up, Spencer? It's fine. Just don't be disrespectful, dude. All right. I mean, we're 8-3, Spencer. There's a reason why we're 8-3. We have beaten really good teams in the NFL. All right. We've beaten the Broncos. We've beaten the Chargers. We haven't lost any game by more than a touchdown, by more than one score. So there's a reason why we're pretty confident in ourselves. You got to look at it like that. What up, Carl? Appreciate you being in here. So yeah, we got to use some easy buttons, and I'll tell you what, Daniel Jones is not afraid to throw in the direction of really good corners. Remember week 2 against Denver, he torched the shit out of Patrick Surtain the entire game. The whole game. Had no care in the world that it was him or Joe Blow from across the corner covering the guy. If he was open, he was throwing it to him. Right? That's the same way you're going to look at Stingley. If the guy's got to step on him, throw it. Again, we were talking, we played Denver, and it's depending on how you look at it, Texans defense and Denver's defense, some people say Denver's is better. Some people say the Texans are better, right? It just depends upon how you look at it. But it is what it is, man. Not afraid of any defense in the NFL. The Rams have a very good defense. We still, one score game. So we'll see how this works out. But both teams know each other very, very well. And as you know, divisional games can hit different because teams know each other so well. That's why this game is always divisional games should be something you should watch closely. I have respect for the Texans. They've always like I said, the last few years they came into the Colts house, played us very, very tough. But the Colts haven't had a home game all year. They're 6-0 at home. I think this is a team. The last time the Colts went undefeated at home, they went 8-0 in 06. You remember that year? Oh, yeah. The Colts went to the Super Bowl and won. So we'll see how that works out. I can respect that. That's a one-score game. I can respect 24-17. Even though the Colts have not scored less than 20 the entire season, right? And they scored 29 against Denver. I still feel like we'll score more than 17 against the Texans, but I can respect that as a Texans fan giving that out. That's actually fairly respectful. That is not respectful. It is that time, though. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, please drop your score predictions in the chat right now. I'll give you my score prediction. I think this is going to be a tough game. It's going to be decided on turnovers. Which defense gets turnovers, guys? I feel like the Indianapolis Colts defense, who has gotten a turnover in every game this year, is going to probably two, as Kenny Moore is saying that they are going to look for ways to fight in scrounge, either for interceptions or forced fumbles. I think they'll get two. The Texans will probably get a turnover in this game as well, considering the Colts did not have a turnover last game against Kansas City. They're due for at least one. But I feel like that's how this game's going to turn out. I think that turnover makes a big difference extra for the Colts, and the Colts end up winning 27-23. That is my prediction. And we'll go in here and look at the drops here. As I already said, very, very, very bad. Ugh, oh, my goodness. All right. Larry's got 27-17. Tony's got 17-14. Wow. My goodness. 24-14. 23-20. 27-20. That's a lot of, I don't say this is delusional. Look, Traylus has got Houston winning because he thinks that they're going to be blitzing a lot. I don't think they will be because it's not in their DNA. But hey, it is what it is. Let's talk about delusion. Jeremy, what up, my guy? I might put that in just right now, just for fun. Wiley's got 31-28. That's a good one. Pick six for Latu because he failed that pick six last week, 24-20. That's nice. We will see. Teams can change their game plans at any week. And he absolutely, D'Amico Ryans could absolutely be like, all right, fine, we're going to start blitzing now, because that's what this Colts team seems to, fail on. But we'll see what happens. But I really hope the Colts have answers for that and make them pay for blitzing a lot. And then Greg's got 28-17. All right, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Game will be starting any moment. We'll see what happens. Have you picked the Colts 3 times this year? Hold on. Just for Jeremy Minch. Take a screenshot, guy. I got you, man. All right, I'm taking that off because I don't want it to. I don't believe in bad juju, but I don't want the bad juju. For those of you who do believe in bad juju. You know what? I think the Colts offensive line does fine when there's no blitzing. But they have problems with overload blitzing. That's a problem that I've noticed. And that's kind of weird too, because something the Texans don't do very much and don't do very well defensively is hide what they're doing. They're just not good at coming in, pretending to blitz, and then jumping back out, or showing blitz on one side and then bringing it on the other. Things of that nature. They're just not good at that. That they don't. I don't know if they don't practice it. They sure as hell don't play it very often, right? They're not like the Kansas City where they're just, they constantly hide what they're doing. Now, what they do well is hide whether or not they're playing man or zone. They're good at doing that, and I'll give them credit for that, 100%. No Juju on the Colts. He was cut. You're absolutely right. He was. Wait, isn't he on the Packers right now? Juju Brents? I think he was. Autry Danico has been dealing with an issue himself, so we'll see. But yeah, he has. He's always balled out against the Colts since he's left the Indianapolis. But that was with the Titans, right? He left the Titans and went to the Texans. So yeah, also got to remember Danico's getting up there in age. What is his age now? Nico Autry's what? 104? Yeah, he's 104 years old in football terms. He's 35. Okay, so I don't think he's got the same burst he used to have. He's probably a backup. I don't think he's a starter. Let me look. Yeah, he's the backup to Danielle Hunter. Still a solid backup to Danielle Hunter. And they got Derek Barnett as the backup to Will Anderson. That's really good too. They got Aziz Alshir. They got EJ Speed as the backup to him. Yay. Uh, no, please start EJ. Please, for the love of God, Houston, start EJ. And then they got To'oto Oto. I know I To-O. Did I pronounce that even close? It's Henry and Christian Harris is the other linebacker. Their linebacking core is not good. Their linebacking core is not all that good. They got a great front four. Linebacking core is not even as good as the Colts. And their cornerbacks, they got Petrie, Bullock, and Stingley. Lassiter, but overall, as a team, they're a very good team. All right. Colts won the toss. They're going to return. Here we go. And good for him, Hermit. At least he recognized that and went out and bought some. Now we're going to knee that ball in the back of the end zone, take it at the 35. Here comes Daniel. Looks like he looks okay. He doesn't have an air brace on. He may have a wrap on his ankle, but that don't show very well. But nothing big time. What up, Steve? Under center, left wing formation, man in motion, single setback. Now we got big four, double wing. Handoff. Fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, has room. It's dumped off to Jonathan Taylor for a pickup of 2. Shotgun, takes a snap, looks. He just throws it away. He was looking for a wide receiver screen, and it wasn't there. The Texans were covering it very well. He just dumped the football. I don't know why he dumped. I guess it was. He felt like that was a dead play, so he threw it away. Probably the smart thing to do, honestly. But now it's 3rd down and 8, and this is a situation that we're not good at. Shotgun, 4 receivers to his left. Taylor in motion. Now he moves up to the right. 3 receivers. Pittman now goes wide. Here comes the blitz. 3rd down, quick throw out. That's Josh, drops it. Josh Downs, who leads the team the last 3 years in drops, does it again. He had a 1st down catch, and he just dropped that sucker. Oh, my God. Had he caught that, he's picking up that 1st down easily. Oh, my goodness. Wow. And he couldn't have placed that ball any better. He could not have placed that ball any better. And now the Colts are punting. Rigoberto places it, gets it at about the 18-yard line, heads out to his left, pushed out of bounds. He's going to pick up about 15. They're going to start off with good field position. That was some bullshit, Josh. Yes, Josh Downs, who has led this team in drops since he's been on the team, had another one on an absolutely perfectly led pass, hit him right in the numbers. Or right in front, right there. Oh. All right, here comes C.J. Stroud. Under center, single setback, big formation, double tight end. Man in motion again. Here comes the handoff, and he is stuck. Gain of nothing. Pratt and Sauce Gardner there for the stop. And that's something else that I killed on. Look, everybody says Sauce Gardner is afraid of contact in the run game. He was right there. He was right there. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Shotgun. Takes a snap. 3 receivers to his right. He steps up, throws it over the middle. I saw an offensive holding call. Where's the offensive holding? Because that's a 1st down. But that sure looked like Sauce got hit, blocked off. That was the Higgins. Well, that looked like a pick play, right? No, okay. It was just a straight block after the catch. All right. Sauce Gardner's down. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Really? 2nd defensive play of the game and Sauce goes down? I hope it's not serious. That's like the 5th time I've had to ban people. Sauce has been absolutely lights out since he's been on the team. I'll give him that. He's been great. Ward had a really bad game, his 1st game back last week in the 4th in overtime. This game just started. You can't walk around going, oh, this game's over, the season's done, because, the game just started. We ain't even gotten any kind of, No team's gotten a rhythm yet. Yeah, but they were long yards. He got burnt on 2 of those that were pretty bad. There's no way on God's green or Texans win this game by 13. What's up, Basil? We give up one pass, and all of a sudden our secondary is getting cooked. I love how some people approach things. Last week, through 3 quarters, the Colts gave up 9 points. But because they were on the field for 43 damn minutes, they were gassed and got burnt because they were tired. All right, at the 44, shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, running back to his right. He fakes the handoff. Quiddy Pace coming after him. He's going to throw that away. He had to get rid of that, boy, because Pay was all over him. All right, 2nd down and 10 at the 44, shotgun. Stack to the right. Tight end moves over for a bunch. They're going to hand the football off, but he gets hit right away. Gain of about a half a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. Yeah, that's not good. He's not coming back. He can't even put weight on that foot. That's not good. It looks like Ward is going to be the guy for the number 1s. 3rd down and 9, shotgun. Split receivers, running back to his right. Colts showing blitz. 5-man on the line. They only send 4. Quick throw over the middle, and he gets the 1st down and a lot more. All the way to the Colts 35-yard line, as that's Nico Collins. Hell of a play by Nico, by the way. Who was it that tried to swat? I think that was Nick Cross tried to knock the ball out rather than tackle. Nick Cross tried to knock the ball out rather than tackle him. All right, at the 35, under center. Single setback, tight formation. Man in motion, takes the snap. They're going to hand it off again, and he's tackled for a yard lost by Cam Bynum. It'll be 2nd down and 11 upcoming. Second down 11. We got shotgun, but running back to his right. Split receivers. Takes a snap. Colts send everybody another crossing route. Damn near drops it, but he's still moving. And he's all the way to the 15, gets to the 11. And that's Hutchinson. Colts are having problems defending the pass right now. Quick crossing routes. And it's Cam Ward getting burnt on these. That's the 2nd crossing route that Cam's got burnt on. We got to get tighter coverage going on here. Here comes the handoff, and it's a 2-yard gain. All right, I got to, damn it. TJ with a $2 super chat says, lose the game and forget about the division. That's a heck of a way to think about stuff if you're a fan of the Colts, TJ. Just saying. It's interesting how you look at that. But it is what it is. Appreciate the $2. And same with Johnny. Johnny's constantly, he's done with the season 2, apparently. Shotgun, split receivers, Colts sending 4. TJ's going to step up. He throws it. Hit as he throws for an incompletion, 3rd down and 8. Now, the Colts have one of the best red zone defenses in football. They only gave up 1 out of 6 red zone touchdowns last week against the Chiefs. They have been very good in the red zone. Let's see if they can continue that. 3rd down and 8 here. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Nico in the slot. Colts send 4. Stroud stepping back. Latu nearly gets the sack and forces an overthrow. Great coverage. There is a flag. Tell me it's holding. Illegal contact by the defense. What? He's being blocked out. Where's the contact? I don't see that. That's ticky-tacky as shit. Now they're first to goal at the 5. Got time. He steps up, throws it out the back of the end zone, 2nd and 5. Good coverage, good pressure. Colts getting pressure on CJ. I'll say that. Defensive line's doing their job. Second down and goal at the 5. Shotgun. And, oh, no, it's a direct snap to the running back. And shit, he gets to the 1. 3rd and goal at the 1. There is a flag. Hopefully it's a holding call. It is. Oh, false start. That'll work. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now. Illegal formation by Blake. That'll work. All right, Colts. Under center, single setback, stack tight to his left. Tight end in motion. And now there's another flag on the field. Is it delay a game or did they get a time? They got a timeout out. All right. Oh, the Colts forced a timeout in the first quarter. That's good. I'd send a blitz this go. A hidden blitz. I would legitimately run a right side stunt with a blitz coming off that side. That's how I would. That's the blitz. I love those kind of blitzes. Latu's playing on the other end right now. Interesting. I formation. Colts got everybody up on the line. Zaire backs off at the last second. They're faking it. They're going to dump it off to the tight end at the 10, and he's going to be hit, knocked out at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal at the 4. How does Annabelle Zaire keep coming back when I hit ban user? I don't understand that. Third down and goal at the 4. What up, KDC? Shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, running back to the right. Now tight end in motion. Here comes the blitz. Right up the gut. Nice hit at the goal line by Grover Stewart. And the Colts force a field goal, I think, here. Great goal line stand by Indy. And they do force a field goal attempt here. And it's good. Yeah, the Colts had a 3 and out by Josh Downs dropped a almost for sure first down. Again. He drops a lot of balls, but generally he's the guy you go to on 3rd down. Yeah, we won't see Sauce Gardner the rest of the game. We'll be lucky to see him in the next few weeks. That looked pretty bad. He couldn't even put weight on his foot at all. Good goal line stand there. No, he had room. He had like 3 steps. He had the angle to get that first down before he got out of bounds. Had he just caught the stupid football, from what I saw. The biggest problem is we had problems with crossing routes right now. We need to find a way of stopping these stupid crossing routes, right? Because Ward has been burnt twice on big crossing games. Actually, it's not Shane's, Jim Bob Cooters, and the scripted plays aren't just 2 drives. They're like 15 to 20 plays that are scripted, and that's what they run through. It's not just, limited on the first 2 drives. It's that's how many plays are scripted through the first plays. And it's always the offensive coordinator that runs those. All right, here comes the kickoff. He takes it at about the 2. That's Anthony Gould. Stays on his feet till he gets to about the 32-yard line, and that's where the Colts will take over. All right, let's see how we go here. Shotgun, running back to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Takes a snap. That's a handoff. That's JT. He's got room to run, and he's going to pick up a good 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5 upcoming as he crosses the 35-yard line. Well, the good thing is if anyone targets that area, knee or lower, that's a penalty. That's 15 yards. All right. Ogletree in motion. Left wing, single setback under center, fumbles the football, picks it up, runs it forward for a yard. 3rd down and 4 upcoming. It was a fumbled snap. He picked it up and just ran forward. Picked up a yard. It was actually a good heads-up play by Daniel. Big 3rd down here. Can't have another 3 and out. All right, shotgun. Running back to his left. Bunch formation, wide left. Now they split out. Warren on an island to the right. Taylor moves to the right. Takes a snap. Here comes the rush. Jones steps up. He's sacked. Sheldon Rankins with the sack. Daniel got a little bit spooked right there and stepped up, tried to take off. He had to move out because the pocket absolutely collapsed on him. He had nowhere to go. Offensive line failed Jones on that one big time. Here comes the punt. Deep punt all the way to the 18-yard line. He's going to take it out. He's going to get outran past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now, I'm getting tired of this dumb, so I am going to go into this, hit pause, wait for that to come up. Thank you. Why'd you delete Carl? I got you. Thank you, bud. Thank you. I went to YouTube myself because I was going to try to start banning people directly from there instead of using StreamYard, but I forgot I gave you mod settings that you could help go do that. Hopefully, defense steps up again here. Offense has looked a little rough the last few outings. Got a drop. Fail offensive line play. Missed snap. Offense has been very shaky right here. There's a couple more people to ban. I'll leave those to you, Shrayless. Appreciate you. All right. Under center, man in motion, single setback, left wing formation at the 32. Takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He steps back. Got a little. There's a free runner. We got a flag on the play. Tackled by by Cam Bynum, but there is a flag. Tell me it's holding. No, illegal formation again. That'll work. That's the second illegal formation in 2 plays. Or three plays. Yeah, no one covered up. You got to bring someone up to the line there to cover up. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Here comes the blitz. Quick pass over to center to Dalton Schultz. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. We're getting eaten up by tight ends right now. Second down and 9 at the 32. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. Here comes the 4-man. Oh, wow. Big time sack. All the way back to the 24-yard line. And that's Wormley, the guy that we just activated. There you go. And he beat his man bigger than shit. Cleanly beat him. Wow. Shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Third down and 18. We're only going to send 3-man pressure. He's got room, and we're going to stop him. He's going to get to about the 29. He's not going to get near the first down. We're going to force a punt. Good job by the defense there. 3 and out. All right, now I'm moving on to T early on. Fourth down and 4. They're at the 37. Here comes the punt. He's going to catch this ball at the 17-yard line, cuts in, gets to the 23. And that's where the Colts will take over. All right, Strayless, appreciate you being in here. Let me know if you come back. All right. Now we got to get something going here. We ain't even got a first down yet this game. It'd be nice if we get one. They've only sent 1 blitz so far, though, the Texans. In 6 plays, they've only sent 1 blitz. It's just our offensive line has been ass. And they've been doing okay against the Danielle Hunter and it's the center and right guard that's been asked. The same two guys that's been asked for 3 weeks. The second-year players. Use the easy button. Use some screens, leaks, and quick slants. That'll pull that pass rush off of them quick. Honestly, I think Goncalves just needs to bulk up and get bigger and stronger. The way Will Fries did in his third year, he came back, looked monstrous, and played his ass off because he got bigger and stronger. All right. Shotgun, we're going to hand the ball off. Taylor's going to come up the middle, pick up 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 at the 26. Second down and 7, my bad. All right. Shotgun, running back to his right. Downs in motion, takes a snap. We're going to fake the pass. Oh, big, huge hole. And Taylor takes it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Good 12, 13-yard run by Taylor right up the gut. Shotgun, running back to the right. Double wing, tight ends. Takes a snap, handoff. It's Taylor again. He breaks the tackle, gets to the 41. Pick up 3. 2nd down and 7 again. Taylor now moves back up to the right side of him. You got 3 receivers to the right, tight end to the left. Colts or Texans showing blitz this time, and they do send it. Taylor picks it up. Drop ball by he was covered. Pittman should have caught that though. 3rd down and 7 upcoming. That was a good ball by Daniel Jones to Pittman, but Pittman dropped it. You couldn't hand the ball off that time because Taylor would have been hit in the backfield for a loss of like 4. Because Taylor had to hit him quick. It was a good no-run call there. 3rd down and 7 at the 41. Need to get to the 48. 3 receivers to his right, running back to the left. We're looking at blitz again, and they do send it. I think that's an incomplete pass. Oh, my God. Bortolini just got destroyed. Destroyed. I'm telling you, our center and right guard has been asked for weeks now. Here comes another punt. At least we didn't have a 3 and out this time. Have an opportunity to pin him. No block attempt. Here comes the kick. He's going to fair catch that sucker at the 17-yard line. I mean, so far, Jones really hasn't had any opportunity to do jack. He's had the pocket collapse on him instantaneously. He's had a defender literally in his face instantaneously twice. And he's had 2 drops. 2 balls that should have been caught that weren't. I don't have a problem with how Jones is playing right now. I have a problem with how the offensive line has played so far. Credit the defense for the Texans. They're playing their butts off, and they just ran the ball right up the gut for 9 yards. There is a flag, though. There's the holding call. It's the line, Greg. Jones is playing fine. Jones is playing absolutely fine right now. It's the offensive line is just ass right now, especially center and guard, right guard. 100%. That might be a move you could do, Wiley. All right, 1st and 18 at the 8-yard line. Under center, single setback. They're going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll to his right. He's got room to run. Colts. He just threw that ball past the line of scrimmage. No. Throw a flag. Dude, that's an illegal forward pass. That's an illegal forward pass, bro. Thank you. Loss of down and half the distance to the goal. Wow. Oh, it's for sure, Dabney, that the Colts offense right now is in a funk. I'm not going to disagree with you. They just got to get out of it. And it's the offensive line that's been in the funk. 2nd down, 23, shotgun. At the 4, they're going to hand the ball off. And he gets past the first amount of rushers, picks up 2, but there's another flag on the field. And I think they're going to call holding on that one. It is. Penalties decline. 3rd down and a mile. I'll tell you what, after that first drive by the Texans, our defenses look pretty damn good. All right. I will say that our defenses look pretty good. Ever since Sauce Gardner went out with an injury, our defense has looked pretty damn good. That's weird to say, but it is what it is. Well, let's be fair. They've ran crossing routes too. The last couple drives the Texans has, but they've been covered well, and that's why they weren't throwing to them because they've been covered. You know, they locked down their coverage, so that's good. He's been accurate. I disagree. I think he's played perfectly fine. He's been accurate. He hasn't had any chance to do anything. The only negative that I can give to Jones so far that he's done is the bobbled snap that he picked up and ran forward for a yard. Outside of that, I think he's done okay. So far, his team has lost 2 of his passes, should have been caught and weren't. And he's had 3 pressures that were instantaneous, basically, where the entire either one of them, the entire offensive line failed and the whole damn pocket collapsed. Then you had the one where O'Dude came in on the off the right guard, and then right up the middle against the center. Third down and 20 at the 12. They're going to hand the foot big asshole up the gut. Gets all the way to the 21. They're going to punt it, but holy crap, he got 16 yards on that. Yeah, he's out for the game. Sauce is. Actually, he didn't walk off on his own, though. He was carried by 2 people. He couldn't walk on his own. That's why he was carried by 2 people. He couldn't put weight on it. I'm not saying I'm a doctor, and I never said Achilles, but I am going to say that part. Takes the ball at the 27, makes the first guy miss, gets to the outside edge, gets to the 32-yard line. That's where the Colts will take over. D's playing very good football right now. The offense has to find a way to move. What we do know, he's got a leg injury and he's in a boot. But he's out there walking around. So he's walking around in a boot. That's probably ankle or calf. They're calling it calf. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's a calf strain. I don't know. Under center, right wing formation, single setback. I almost said T.Y. Hilton in motion. It's a screen to Jonathan Taylor, and he's gone down the sideline 40, 45, all the way down to the 29-yard line. What the hell? I've been calling for this shit for 3 stinking games. 3 damn games I've been calling for that shit. You finally get one, and you get like 40 damn yards out of it. Huh. It's almost like I know what the hell I'm talking about. Ugh. Shotgun. Downs in motion. Takes the snap. That's a handoff to Taylor. Bounces in, bounces out, looks up front. He's just fighting his ass off for 8 yards. All the way down to the 22. Hell yeah. It's almost like I know what the hell I'm talking about when I say utilize the screen more than 2 times a game. Second and 2 at the 22. Under center, single set. Hands the ball off. Taylor's going to get that first down. He's going to pick up 3. Crossing the 20. Shotgun. Running back to his left. Downs in motion. 3 receivers to his right. Takes the snap. It's a handoff again. Taylor gets blasted at the line of scrimmage. That might be unnecessary roughness. That seemed like an unnecessary roughness because he got suplexed. Dude, you can't suplex somebody. He did. Alshier suplexed. Dude, where's the flag for unnecessary roughness? Even Jones wanted that. You're not allowed to suplex people. 2nd and 10. Single setback, double wing. Now Ogletree in motion. Takes the handoff, steps up into the pocket, got room, throws. Ogletree, nice catch at the 11. 3rd down and 3 upcoming. Hell of a catch by Ogletree. Good throw. Ogletree comes off the field. Shotgun, running back to his left. Handoff, Taylor, right up the gut. He's right at the goal line. He's going to be just shy. 4th down and a foot. I think the Colts go for it here. I think the Colts are going to go for it here. This is typically where the Colts go for it. But I don't know. I don't know. This is a 50-50 shot for me. I wouldn't mind taking the field goal and tying the game right here. Take points where you can. They're only up by 3. They have an injury on the field now. I'm not, yeah, they got an injury. I'm not looking to see any kind of nasty stuff, so I'm not looking at the injury. Like I said, it's 50-50 for me. I will not be upset if they go for it because it's only a foot away. You can take the quarterback sneak and have a high percentage chance of getting it. Or you kick the field goal, tie the ball game because the defense is playing very good. What up, Chris? Appreciate you being in here. You know, Jeff Saturday was the coach. He'd say take the points, but we'll see. This isn't Jeff Saturday as the head coach. We all know Shane Steichen loves to go for it on 4th and short inside the red zone. But I just don't know if that's the right move this time. I remember Chris. Yeah. It's not even a yard. It's like a foot. And again, you know, I wouldn't be upset if they went for it. I wouldn't be upset if they kicked a field goal. I think either option right here is a win. KDC does have a point here. Our center and right guard have been getting their asses handed to them this game. I'd almost fake a sneak and then pitch it to Taylor out wide and let Taylor's speed get you that yard. That's almost what I would do. Because if you run like it is a sneak, you're going to have everyone crashing in and just throw that ball out behind you and let Taylor catch it and go off toward the outside edge. But we'll see what happens. Most likely they're going to go for a quarterback sneak here. Oh, boy, the roads are really icy out there right now. Cars are slipping and sliding everywhere. All right, guys. I would appreciate if you don't have any kind of here we go. There, it's quarterback sneak. It's a fumble. He fumbled the football. And I am going to call KDC City, Dabney, and Jay Z, all three of you, just all three of you. Wow. I'm more upset with three of you doing spoilers. That's upsetting. All right. It's up to the Colts defense. 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun. Bunch formation to his left. Running back to the right. Colts got 5 on the line. Pressure. Throws way over the middle. Intercepted by Cam Bynum at the 42-yard line. Intercepted by Cam Bynum at the 42. This defense got pressure on Stroud. Made him overthrow his man. And this defense is playing. Wow. Wow. All right. I forgive you three for dropping spoilers. Just don't do it anymore, please. Under center, right, left wing formation, single setback at the 42. They're going to fake the handoff. He looks like he's moving pretty good. Nice throw over the middle, and that's Alec Pierce to the 23. Yes, that looked like vintage Daniel Jones there. He planted, stepped forward, and threw a rocket right over the middle of the field. That was damn good. Daniel Jones look right there. Didn't look like that injury hampered him a bit on that one. He planted and stepped forward great with great velocity on that football. Good job. Under center. It's a handoff. Taylor bouncing around. Gets across the 20 to the 19 again. That's a pickup of 5. Wow. Hell yeah. I got to pee so bad. Shotgun, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right. We might have all sides. Oh, he's wide open. Oh, it's a touchdown. He caught that shit. Alec Pierce. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, Alec Pierce double covered. Beautifully laid ball right into the corner of the end zone. Alec Pierce pulled that shit in. Oh, my God. Alec Pierce is a dog. My goodness. Hell yeah. Oh, Alec Pierce. Oh. He missed the extra point again. He missed the extra plus 3 missed extra points by him. Hey, look, I'm not Screw hitting the up post. That the last 2 drives, the Colts offense looks like they fixed their shit. All right. The last 2 drives, the Colts looks like their offense fixed their shit. Right. Alec Pierce is a dog. Give that man a contract at the end of this year. He deserves every dime. All right, I'll be right back. I have to pee. I got it. I can't hold it anymore. My eyeballs are floating. And those last 2 plays, those last 2 passes by Daniel Jones, even you have to admit, if you're watching the game, you have to admit Daniel looked pretty damn good. His drop back looked good. His plant looked great. His step forward and his throwing power looked fantastic. Accuracy, dead on point, both plays. First one was a perfectly placed zip ball to Alec Pierce over the middle. And that one was one of your traditional Alec Pierce is down there somewhere, fuck it. Right? I'm not even mad about the missed extra point. Not even mad. Look, not even mad. At this point, I'm going to just say it's going to happen now. Once in a while, he's going to miss an extra point. Screw it. You just got to score touchdowns. And our offense is looking pretty darn good right now. Here comes the kick, yard deep in the end zone. Gets to the 20. Got a big hole. There's a flag on the play. Gets to the 35. There's a flag out there at around the 40, though. Wonder if it's a holding on the return team. Illegal formation on the Texans. You know, I get it, and I probably should be upset. And I mean, I am a little, but at the same time, the way the Colts offense started this game, for them to walk down the field the way they did and score the way they did, it just overrid my upsetness. I was still too happy with the damn touchdown score. I'm still happy that the Colts offense looked like they're moving the ball well, right? All right, here we go. Are they at the 33-yard line? Yep. Under center, right wing formation, single setback. Man in motion is the tight end. They're going to hand the ball. Oh my. Woo! Zaire was back there in a hurry. Now he missed, but because he made the guy move, Hay was able to get him at the goal line. It's 2nd down and 10. Zaire had him way in the backfield and missed it. But is what it is. It was a good move by the running back. All right. Texans running team jumbo formations, highest in the NFL. Shotgun, man in motion, stacked to his left. Empty backfield, takes the Colts, send everybody and their mom wide open right up the gut to the 49-yard line. That was zone, and we played a blitz zone there. Single high. We sent, yeah. Takes a snap, quick throw to the tight end. He gets blasted. Nick Cross gains a yard, maybe two. Second down and 8. He made us pay for that blitz, though. Second and 9. Let's get pressure here. I formation, stacked to the left. Now they move it inside. Colts got 5 men on the line. It's a toss sweep. And the Colts, Pratt's going to tackle him after a gain of about 2, maybe 3. There is a flag. There's a lot of flags in this thing. A lot of flags. Holding. Defensive holding. That's an automatic first down. Grover Stewart. There's the defense. Oh, I don't know if that's kind of ticky-tacky too. Understand if they're going to hand the ball off to the running back. He cuts it. Oh, my God, he's gone. All the way to the 26. There was a monster hole when he cut back by Marks. That's the second time Zaire Franklin missed the open field tackle. Oh, Marks made Zaire look like a fool. That's twice now. Zaire's looked like a fool. Shotgun at the 26. Takes the handoff. Here comes the. Oh, he's going to throw it. Oh, tell me that's an interception. Nope. Ward was there for the pick, but it was overthrown. Out of bounds. No one was catching that shit. Second and 10 upcoming. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Shotgun running back to his right is Chubb. They're moving a little bit tighter here. I think they're going to run the ball. Nope, he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to quick throw over to that's an easy touchdown. He's going to walk in. Oh, they're saying his foot went out. Yeah, he did. He stepped right on the line at 5 yards. It's first and goal at the 5. Come on, D. You tightened up right here. Let's do it again. You tightened up last time we got in this position. Nico's got so much speed, man. It's hard to hold him. Under center, right wing formation, single setback. I'll get unsee in a second. They're going to toss sweep this bad boy. And he's going to walk it in. Touchdown. Hey, TJ, where were you when the Colts, the last 2 drives, when the Colts went and scored? You only ever say negative things. You haven't said a positive thing yet. Anytime something bad happens, you come in and you complain about the offense or defense when something bad happens. But I don't ever see you say anything good when good things happen. Why is that? Please answer me. And the ball is up. And we're down 4. No, the defense looked like ass that play. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about every time it's, I get if something bad happens, sure, say something, when something bad happens. That's fine. But how come you never positive when something positive happens? They score a touchdown, you don't say nothing. Only when the bad things happen. That's what I'm talking about. Defense looked piss poor on that one. Zaire Franklin with two bad backfield tackles that should have been tackles for losses. Instead, they were massive gains because he missed the tackle. Well, one of them was. The other one got tackled at the line of scrimmage. But 100%. We may have to. We could score again, another touchdown, go for two. Screw it. Right now, CJ Stroud's passer rating is a 57.6. Daniel Jones' passer rating right now is a 122.5. Not bad. So far, the Colts have only given up 10 points in the first half. I generally take that all day. We'll see how it works out. But right now they're doing okay. The Colts have yet to get a third down, though. They're 0 for 4 on third down. That hurts. Both teams have a sack. Here comes the return, 15, 20. Oh, he's hit all the way at the 23-yard line. Great special teams by the Texans on Gould. Well, let's see how the Colts offense operate here. The last two drives, they moved the ball pretty well. Let's see if they've continued that streak. How much time? 5 minutes left in the half. Under center, left wing. Single setback. Back to the right. Takes a snap. Takes the handoff. Steps up into the pocket. He's going for big money. And that's Alec Pierce again to the 40. He's going to Alec Pierce when he needs it. And that was a hell of a catch. He jumped up, caught that ball, took the hit in the air, and still came down with it. Nicely done by Alec Pierce. This offense is really moving the ball, and I'm glad to see it. All right, shotgun. We're going to fake the handoff. He's going to quick dump it off to Tyler Warren, who's going to get to about the 44. Second down and 6 upcoming. Wiley. Shotgun. Split receiver. Stack to the right. Running back to the right. At the 44. Need to get to the 50. Takes a snap. Throws over the middle. Nice catch. Pittman gets the first down all the way to the 47-yard line. I haven't even came close to a face mask yet. I don't see face mask. All right. Still don't see a face mask on anything. Have I overlooked it? We're at the 43-yard line of the Texans. Shotgun, split receivers, running back to the left. Oh, you're talking about the Warren. Okay. Steps up, quick pad. Jonathan Taylor dropped the football. Damn. Oh, it was a face mask on Warren? Okay. I didn't notice it. Second down and 10 upcoming. Colts moving the football, but wasn't for that drop right there by Taylor. He could have got 2 or 3 yards if he didn't break a tackle. Shotgun running back to his right, split, double wing formation, and I just lost. I lost visual on that play. Third down and 10 upcoming. I didn't see what happened. There was a delayed blitz. Okay, now I get to see the play. Yep. Oh. Oh, he had a good that was just a good defensive play. I can't put that on anybody. Third down and 10. Running back to the right. Here comes the blitz. It's a handoff. And he gets nowhere. Do we punt here? They're going for it on 4th and 9. They wouldn't go. They're going for it on 4th and 9, 4th and 10. What the holy mother of Christ? 3 receivers to the right. Running back to his left. Now he splits Taylor way. Nope, he's coming back. No, they're not going for it. They were just trying to. All right. I was going to say, what the hell are we going for it on 4th and 10? Yeah, because we know Moneybags ain't kicking no 60-yarder. Pin him. Here comes the punt. Two minutes left. Two-minute warning. Well, 10 points for the defense ain't bad. Colts only scoring 1 touchdown this isn't good. But this is the Texans D. The offense was moving the football. We've had 3 drops this game so far. That's not good. And the offensive line has been asked. Now, they've looked better the last couple drives, the offensive line has. And they've moved the football fairly decently. Defense needs to step up and not allow a score here. Let's not play prevent. Let's just go in there and punch them in the mouth. That's the way I look at it. They're going to be running no huddle. So get your people out there that's got the most wind in them, right? Defensive line wise. I don't care who it is. Do not have guys that need to have a breather, right? Like you're really, really, really heavy guys. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say don't have Grover Stewart out there because you're not going to have an opportunity to bring him off the field. So you bring somebody else in there that's got a little bit more wind, maybe Taekwon Lewis, you know, something of that nature. Have guys out there that can handle the wind, be able to handle a 2-minute offense without coming off the field. At halftime, I got to talk to my I think he ran it on 3rd and 10, hoping to get at least 5 so we can get in field goal range. All right. I think that was the situation. You're running on 3rd and 10 because if you got 5 yards, you're in field goal range. But he didn't get none. That was the problem. All right, here comes the punt. High hand over in. He's going to let that sucker bounce. Hits. Yes. They'll go back out to the 20. Yeah, the first half did move by pretty quickly. Realist. All right, shotgun. Split receivers. Takes a snap. Quick throw right. Why are we playing soft zone? That's an easy first down, 10 yards. Texas going to call timeout, or are they just going to run it? They're just going to run it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 30. 31. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, running back to his right. Takes a snap. It's a screen play. He's not going to get very far, and he's tackled in bounds. He gets about 3 out of that. Clock still ticking, under 1 minute now. Shotgun, split receivers, running back in protection mode. Colts showing blitz, and they send it. Quick pass over the middle, and Mekhi Blackman can't do jack or squat. Nico gets all the way to the 45. Now the Texans use a timeout. Mekhi Black, I'd rather have Jalen Jones out there than Mekhi Blackman. All day, every day. "39 seconds left in the half." You don't shadow when you're in zone defense. That's why. When you're in zone defense, you just take your spot. And they were in zone this drive. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Colts send 4. He's going for all the money. Good pass defense right there. Actually, Mekhi Blackman did a good job getting a hand in there from behind without drawing a pass interference because he looked back for the ball. Good job by Mackay. He jumped too early. Nico mistimed the jump on that one. 31 seconds, 2nd and 10. Split receivers, running back to his right. Here comes the 4-man pressure. And he's got to throw it away because he was about to be sacked. 3rd down and 10. Oh, I'm surprised Lowell didn't get a roughing the passer for tripping him after he threw the football. Boy, we got away with one on that one. Empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right. 3rd down and 10. Here comes a deep safety blitz, and he's short by 2 yards. 4th down. They're just going to run this clock out, aren't they? Yep, they're going to run the clock out going to half. Up by 4. 10-6. This is an awful first half, really, for both teams. Is he going to try to kick a field goal from 70? Dude, really? Good job by the defense stopping them. They're going to kick a field goal. No, they're going to. Colts are calling a timeout. They're not kicking a field goal. They're going to throw a Hail Mary. They're going to throw a damn. Remember the last Hail Mary? And it went through Rodney's not Rodney McLeod, but Rodney Thomas went through his hands for a touchdown. My goodness. There ain't no way he's actually kicking this field goal. They are going for a Hail Mary. Colts sending a blitz. Stroud throws it. Knocked down. Alec Pierce out there trying to get an interception. Did you see that shit? Alec Pierce nearly had an interception on that play. Alec Pierce. I ain't ever seen. Look, Alec come out of nowhere. Damn near had a pick 6. If he'd have caught that, he could have been gone. Oh, my goodness. That was some smart shit right there by Lou Anarumo, though. He's like, they're going to throw a Hail Mary. Our best Hail Mary guy is Alec freaking Pierce. Let's put his ass out there. Hell yeah. I love that. Dude, we cannot let Lou Anarumo go. Dude, even you guys, it's been a fair point on some of the defense. Granted, we only allowed 10 points this first half. He got a pass breakup. Alec Pierce has a PBU, so that's good. That's good. All right, let's look at the stats right now. Player stats. CJ Stroud, 13 of 22. 153 yards, 1 interception, 61.4 rating. Nick Chubb, 4 carries, 20 yards, 5.5 yards, a carry, and a touchdown. Marks has 6 carries for 20 yards at 3.3. The Colts are giving up right about 4.2 yards a carry, which is respectable. Collins, 6 targets, 4 catches, 69 yards. Dalton Schultz, 5 targets, 4 catches, 32 yards. Higgins got 2 catches on 2 targets for 20. Xavier Hutchinson, 5 targets, 1 catch, 24 yards. Their defense, Sheldon Rankins is the only guy that has a sack on that team. On a team that has Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, the guy that has a sack is Sheldon Rankins. Now, for the Colts, now granted, but Will Anderson had that one run right up the gut that made our play look really bad. Daniel Jones, 8 of 14, 116 yards, 1 interception, 1 sack, 108 rating. Taylor, 10 carries, 40 yards, 4 yards a carry. Jones has that 1 carry on that bobbled snap for a yard. Tyler Warren has a carry for no yards. Pierce, 3 catches, 56 yards on 3 targets. Taylor, 3 targets, 2 catches. Remember the drop, 35 yards. What really made that one blow up was that big screen play. Michael Pittman has 2 targets, 1 catch, 13 yards. He had that one that he should, I feel like, had that catch, but he dropped it. Ogletree has 1 target, 1 catch, 8 yards. Cam Bynum has that interception. Wormley has the sack. Now, not only do we have a bunch of, not only do we have that 1 sack, we got a crap ton of pressures and quarterback hits. So, really, I think our defense is playing okay. As long as we're not in zone, that kind of hurt us playing zone there for a minute, right? On that touchdown drive. I thought we played okay. The second quarter, the Colts offense started to move the football better. First quarter, they were asked. 100% admit it took them a minute to get into any kind of groove, but they finally got into one. Now they got to continue. Problem is the Texans get the ball to start the second half, so it's going to be put on the defense. So, all right, guys. So I need a moment. I'm going to go freshen up, refill my tea, because as you can see, it's about empty. And I will be back shortly. Please don't go anywhere. Shout out to everybody that's been in here. And until I get back, when I get back, we'll go over the scores of the game or of the Sorry, I had to use the restroom. The real restroom. All right, let's look at the stats real quick. All right. So as I'm looking, as we know, the Packers beat the Lions 31-24. The Cowboys beat the Chiefs 31-28. Bengals beat the Ravens 32-14 right now. And then the Bears earlier beat the Eagles 24-15. Halftime, Dolphins beating the Saints 16-0. Falcons and Jets tied at 7 each. The Niners are beating the Browns only 10-8, though. Panthers and Rams with a tight game. Third quarter, 10 minutes left. 21-17 Rams. Jaguars beating the hell out of the Titans 18-3. And the Cardinals and the Buccaneers in a game very much like our own, 10-3 Bucs. "100% agree with you here, Dabney. We gotta start this third quarter off very, very well. 100% need to start this third really, really well. Need to get a stop and go down and score a touchdown, get the lead back. This team is built to play with a lead. We need the lead. And to be fair, our defense, like I said, has only given up one touchdown and one field goal in the first half. If we can only give up 20 points, we should win, right? But we got to actually start. We got to start capitalizing. Got to quit dropping the football. All right. We've had 3 catches that should have been caught that were dropped. One wide open drop that could have been a first down by Josh Downs. An open field drop by Jonathan Taylor, which you don't see very often as of late, at least this year. And then the Michael Pittman catch, which he wasn't open and he had a guy near him, but it hit him in his hands and he let it hit the ground. So to me, that's a drop, but it is what it is. Tyler Warren had 1 carry for no yards and he had 1 catch for 4. Gotta remember, he's a little sick. He's still ill, right? It was a game time decision. I understand why you're thinking that, but we'll see what happens. We're seeing more Ogletree out there than we are Tyler. All right, here comes the kickoff, guys. He's going to take that ball at the 5. Wow, that was not the best kick. At the 20, 25, bounces it out, and it's tackled at the 26-yard line. And that's where that was a damn good special team stop there. Got it at the 5 and only got to the 26. Good job by the special team. I actually like what I see from Daniel Jones this game. I don't know about you guys, but I think Daniel Jones has played actually pretty good. Let's not have any spoilers, please. Here we go. Under center, bunch formation, tight end in motion, single setback. They hand the football off. And he's tackled right at the line by Leatu Latu, and Pratt was there as well. 2nd and 10 upcoming. The teams right now, both teams are 1 of 10 together on 3rd down. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Shotgun, split receivers, running back to his right. Colts playing off. Quick jump off. He's hit. He's going to fight. And he's going to get 9. 3rd down and 1. Dalton Schultz fighting for that extra yard. Here we go. Shout out each and every one of it. Appreciate y'all. They're down in 1. Let's do something here. It's a quarterback sneak, guys. They're in the tush push. And they got it. They got 2 out of it. First down and 10 at the 38. Under center. Single setback. The handoff, and he's going to go nowhere. He gets a yard. 2nd and 9 upcoming. I'm going to say Jones has looked good. He's not looked great. I thought he's looked pretty good this game so far. The offensive line and the receivers have let him down. I think he's looked pretty good. Second down and 9. Stack to the right. Tight end to the right. Running back to the left. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Quick pass. Excellent again. It's up 5. Third down and 4 upcoming. Third down and 4. Here we go. Come on, D. And send it up the gut. Send the blitz up the gut. They're showing blitz. Double stack. Now they got a man in motion. Quick snap. Stroud looking. He's going to step up in the pocket, dumps it off, got the first down. Schultz again. Boy, that was tight. The Colts collapsed the pocket. Stroud could have went down, but he was able to slip out of it somehow. I don't know if that should have been a holding call right there on Esri or whatnot his name is. Looked like he was holding Latu there. Under center, single setback, takes a snap. He's going to hand the football off. He's got all kind of room. He's going to pick up 9 on that run, all the way past the 40 to the 39. We got our backup defensive lineman, defensive tackles in right now. You run against this backup defensive line from Colts. They have been asked all year. And you know it. Under center, offset I formation. Schultz in motion. They take the handoff. He bounces. Oh, never mind. And he gets lost 2, maybe 3 yards on that loss there. There you go. Ebucom in the backfield. It'll be 3rd down or 2nd down and long. I'll tell you what, that was actually Zaire Franklin that made the play there, pushing the deep offensive lineman back into the running back. Good job. 3rd down and 3. With shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. We better get pressures. Colts showing every man blitz. They got 8 guys on the line. They only send 4, though, and it's picked up. Quick throw over the middle, and it's caught at the 25. I'm surprised there's not a targeting on cross. First down. He lowered his shoulder and hit him while he was. I've seen that be called unnecessary roughness before by multiple people, by multiple refs in multiple games. Offset I formation. They're going to Latu chasing him down. Quick dump off, and it's caught for 10 yards and a first down by Schultz. Schultz is killing us. Schultz is killing us. Man, our linebackers are not very – whoa. I mean, Zaire was there. He had to catch up to him. Our tight end, they're tight end. Schultz is just – oh, that's over there. Just absolutely killing us. Handoff. All right. No yardage there. TJ is really hardcore against our defense. That's for sure. See, this defense is not good. Points in 7 minutes. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Thanks for the $2. Second and 10 upcoming. Shotgun. Bunch formation to the right or left. 4-man pressure, no pressure. Good. They snapped that up. He threw that out the back of the end zone. 3rd down and 10. Third down and 10 at the 15. Let's go. Shotgun. 3 to the left. Stacked. Now it's not stacked. Running back to the right. Colts sending pressure. They got him. Sack. We got a big sack by Adebowarwe. Big time sack. The Colts are going to force a field goal. Hell yeah. Great job. Second sack of the game for this team. All right, here's the field goal. 43-yard attempt. Right down the middle is the thing. Let's see. The kick is up. And he got it. 13-6. That ain't bad. That's a good question, Sierra. Can we take what we saw the last few drives and string together a few first downs and some points? That'd be nice. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and we got a tie ball game. Definitely cannot have a 3 and out here. That's good to know. That's good news. That's a couple weeks. Maybe we'll get him and if it is a calf strain, there's a good chance we could get him and Buckner back week 15. Well, right now, the Colts offense has been staying on the field, right? So that's good. But that 7 minutes really hurt because before they took that snap, it was 17-14 time of possession in the favor of the Texans. The Colts need to eat some clock here now too, right? You want to drink in my tea? Okay. What up there, Twinkie? Twinkie's big ass fluffy tail. Right in my face. Say hi to the world, Twink.
He's like, nope.
Say hi to the world, Twinkie. We'll see what happens. This game's still a game. You know, hide in my jacket.
You just a big baby.
All right. Here comes the kickoff. Going to take it at the 1, gets to the 10, 15, 20, cuts it outside, and gets tripped up at the 20. Hell of a special teams for this return unit for the Texans have been playing very good. Jeremy says hi.
Hey.
Says he's glad you're okay.
Yeah, me too.
You know, Jeremy. Yeah. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 20. I think they call it at 21. Ogletree in motion, double wing formation, single setback. We're going to hand the ball off. Taylor gets hit in the backfield and loses a yard. 2nd down, 11. Second down, 11 upcoming. Under center. Warren wide to the left. Single setback. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Looks. Got room. Michael Pittman got leveled on that pass. I don't know if Bullock didn't get there a little early. 3rd down and 10 upcoming. I thought Bullock might have got there early. Oh, he went for the ball. It don't matter. 3rd down and 10. We got a big 3rd down right here. Pittman in motion. 3 receivers to his left. Running back to the right. Got to get to the 31 at the 20. Here's the snap. Steps up. He's going for monies. Downs. Did he get it in bounds? I think he was out of bounds. They're calling it a catch. Did Josh Downs actually catch that shit and both feet in bounds? He did it. He dragged. Wow. What a catch. He made up for that drop earlier. Josh Downs made up for that drop. Quick pass over the middle. He's going to pick up 2. Jonathan Taylor. Boy, Downs made up for that drop earlier. 2nd down and 9 upcoming. Under center, left wing formation, single setback. Takes a snap, takes the handoff. Look, here comes the blitz. He just gets rid of it. 3rd and 9 upcoming. He gets leveled on a delayed blitz. That delayed blitz got there. He got rid of it, trying to get it to Taylor. All right, here we go. Three receivers to his right, running back to his left. Need to get to the 36-yard line. Downs in motion. Hey, here comes the blitz again. Quick throw That's Downs. He cuts up the middle, and he gets the first down. Josh Downs. Hell yeah. All right, we got to be fair here, Basil. He threw it to his outlet guy, which is what he's supposed to do. He was under pressure immediately, went straight to his hot read and threw it. That's what a quarterback is supposed to do when you're under pressure like that. So that was actually a good decision by him. It didn't work out, but that was the decision. That's what you're supposed to do as a quarterback. Downs in motion, shotgun, takes a snap. We're going to hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor, who's not going to go anywhere. He gets a yard, 2nd and 9 upcoming. At the 34, 2nd down and 9. Shotgun. Running back to his right. Takes a snap. Here comes the blitz again. And that time Taylor wasn't even looking for the ball. 3rd down and 9. Taylor didn't even look for the ball. Again, he threw it to his outlet guy. And Taylor wasn't even – Taylor's got to have better realization of play on the field, see the blitz is coming, and get ready for that. Empty backfield. Taylor now moves back to him. You got bunch formation to his right. Running back now is on his left. Downs in motion. Looks like they're in man coverage. Here comes the blitz. And he's just going to leave it out. What a catch by Josh Downs. Oh, my God. Downs is taking over this drive. Every 3rd down, you're just giving it to Josh. And Josh is making big play after big. There's a flag on the play. We got a hold. Now it's 3rd and 19. Oh, that's some bullshit. I don't see that as a hold. How is that a hold? I don't see no, that's some bullshit. 3rd down and 19 now at the 44. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. Running back to his left. Warren now goes in motion to his right. Splits. Oh, that's pass interference bigger than shit on Alec Pierce. He was dragged down. He was dragged down while the ball was in the air. Because Bullock did. He was beat bigger than shit right here. Yep. Pierce had him beat. Takes the handoff. Oh, that's Tyler Warren, wide open touchdown. Yep, I saw that. I saw that as the ball was snapped. Hell yeah. And the Colts now score a touchdown. They're 2 points down. Good drive. Saw that Tyler Warren touchdown as the play was being delivered. It was a hell of a job. As soon as I saw him in motion, when the ball snapped, and I saw him cut upfield, I was like, he's about to be wide freaking open. And we're kicking an extra point. And it's a tie ball game. It's 13-all. Ain't that the damn kicker, right? We got a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's 13-all. Why is it not updating? There we go. I mean, come on. That's obvious, right? That's freaking obvious. Absolutely obvious. We got a tie ball game. And right now, the Colts offense looks pretty good. Four minutes to score that. 4 minutes it took the Colts to score. So at least they gave them a break. The defense got a little bit of a break. Hopefully, we can get this win going. Colts started off very, very shaky the first couple drives. The offenses looked pretty decent. The defense has been bend but don't break, and we got a tie ball game. I don't disagree with you, Basil. I don't want to end up with 20 points. I don't want to end up with 20 points. Because every time we score 20 points, we've lost. All 3 games that we've lost, as we've scored 20. Daniel Jones has looked pretty damn good this game. And I'll tell you what, the look on that, if Pierce wasn't falling down, he might have caught that ball. Everybody is so worried about Daniel Jones, and I was telling you, he looked okay. He was moving okay. He was throwing the football okay. At the 5, to the 20, 25, 30, to the 35. That's where the Texans will take over. Colts, Daniel Jones right now, 12 of 21, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 1 sack, a 115.8 quarterback rating, passer rating. Pretty good. And CJ has a 70 passer rating. We got to get this going, guys. Under center, single setback, split receivers. Colts got 5 on the line. They're sending a corner blitz. And that's Ward. Oh! What a catch. He almost got lit up, though. I think he did get lit up as he threw it. All right, here we go. Under center, single setback at the 46 of the Colts, and they're going to run the ball right up the gut. He's going to pick up 4, 2nd and 6 now. I don't disagree. Right here, I don't disagree. They need to find a way of getting a stop or a turnover. But how often does he actually take off even on RPOs before? He very rarely did. The one thing that he did do was scramble a lot better. And I get that. But as a quarterback in the pocket, he's doing really good. Stroud just threw that away as Nick Cross was up in his face, 3rd down and 6. Third down and 6. Good defensive play right there. Got to get something here. Get a stop. Shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Bobbled snap. Colts got guys over the and they caught it. There's a flag on the play. We got a defensive holding. Wow. Kenny Moore with a defensive holding. All right, here we go. First and 10 at 31. Under center, right wing formation, single setback. Colts got plenty of guys on the line. Man in motion is Schultz. They're going to hand the ball off. And he's going to get, 6, 7. Hell of a run by Chubb. Defense can't give up a touchdown. Don't give up a touchdown. Give our offense a chance. They're finally starting to click. Give our offense a chance here. Under center. Toss sweep to the right. And he's going to be right at the line of scrimmage. Probably got a first down. And that's the end of the third quarter. Really good, tight game. Hopefully, the defense can step up again and only give up a field goal again. Because or get a turnover. I mean, that's the best case scenario, as KDC says. I got candies. Let's see what kind of candy I want. I got 3 boxes of candy. Try to decide which ones I want to try here. What up, Twink? Twinkie was in my candies. Oh, Junior Mets are one of my favorites. I like them and Andy's. We're getting good pressures with our front four. I think the only time we should blitz, honestly, is on like third and super long. And another thing is if we do, I mean, I wouldn't mind run blitzing. That wouldn't be bad here and there because they are running the ball very well against us. Actually, right now, they have 19 carries for 66 yards. So that ain't too bad. It's about 3.1 yards a carry. That ain't bad. Yes, I agree with that. You could get some really bad junior mints. Or Yeah, you can get some really bad junior minutes, but if they're good, they're really good. Hey, we got a full start on Dalton Schultz. That's good. What up, Point? I think I'm going to go with tamale. I ain't had no cinnamon flavored stuff in a minute. I got to get rid of him in just a second. Shotgun, man in motion, running back to the right, takes a snap. Here comes a four-man pressure. Quick throw. Oh, nice. Pratt with a nice batted ball down, second down and 15. Good job by Pratt. Surprised Pratt didn't come up with a pick there. That was close. He was going for Nico, but Pratt was in the way. Second down and 15. Come on, D. Shotgun, running back to his left. Split receivers, takes a snap. Four-man. Yeah, he throws that one away. Third down and 15. He felt a lot of pressure on that one. Ward was in good coverage there. Now I would send the blitz on 3rd and 15. I'd send a corner blitz right here. I'd send a corner blitz right here. Shotgun, three receivers to his left, running back to his right. They got to get to the 10 from the 25. Takes a snap. No blitz. Nearly intercepted. And Kenny Moore is going to get called for pass interference and an automatic first freaking down. We had him. First and 10 at the 7th freaking team. What bullshit is that? Under center, single setback. We're going to hand the ball off. Runs it right up the gut for 8. Stopped by Ward. Oh, I'm madder than hell about that bullshit. Yeah, it should have been delay a game. That didn't even look like pass interference to me. That wasn't even pass interference. What the hell? We ain't supposed to have what the flying crap? Under center, bullshit call, man in motion, single setback. First down run. I want to know how much the Zebras got paid for that one. That was some bull. Wow. That was the worst PI I have ever seen called. Here comes another freaking quarterback sneak for a first down. This right here, 100% BS. That was just awful. The referee saved this drive for them. Shotgun at the 7. They're going to hand. Nope, it's going to be an end around to Nico. And Nico's going to walk it in for a touchdown. Should have never happened. That should have never happened. Are you kidding me? They're only down 1 score. Colts can score and tie this right back up. There's still 12 and a half minutes left. That's the bull. I mean, it might be game if the refs are going to call like that crap all day. He missed the extra point. Wait, no, they said it was good. No, that was bad. He missed it. They gave it to him. They just said yes, and it was not. How? How is that good? How is that good? What the hell? Boy, these refs have been god awful. How is that a good? Someone tell me how that kick was good. I'm in shock. I normally don't shit on refs, but they've been heavily favoring the Texans in this. He's going to need that. Colts going to take it out 35. Shotgun, running back to the right. Ogletree in motion. Takes a snap. We're going to hand it off. Taylor's going to look for a little bit of running room. Not get none. He might get 2 off of that. Second and 8. I'm damn near resigned now with the way the refs are calling this game. What? The way the way the refs are doing this game right now, I'm almost resigned to say the fix is in. I almost never say that. Stack to the right, running back to the left. Second and 8 at the 32. Here comes the blitz. Dump it to Warren. No, he's going for monies. No pass interference. Dude was all over his back. Lassiter was 3rd down and 8. That was a hell of a pass. Roughing the passer. Yep, can't hit no one low. I don't know how that's not pass interference. Yep. I don't see how that's not pass interference because he had his hands on his arms way before the ball got there and wasn't even looking back for the ball. That's pass interference. I don't understand. These refs are bad. Under center, single setback, Pittman in motion. Steps up, dumps it off. That's Warren, gets blasted. Picks up 5, though. Second down and 4. Shotgun, running back to his left. Left wing formation. Hands off. Taylor making Mize miss. Gets all the way past the 40 to the 39. 3rd and 1 upcoming. I should be fine, Greg. I'm not showing any kind of problems. Not going to disagree with that, Basil. 3rd and 1. Big formation. Taylor takes it wide. Got the first down easily and more, all the way past the 30 to the 28. Good stretch play right there. And Al-Nashir is down for the Texans, their cornerback. At least the Colts are driving and killing clock, which allows the defense a little bit of breathing room, right? They're still getting killed in time of possession, though, overall, by 9 minutes. But it's not 2-1 at least. Crazy. It's, it's so hard to have a positive outlook right now. Colts do need to score a touchdown here. They need to keep driving, score a touchdown, give their defense a break. Defense has got to find a way of stopping this team. CJ Stroud still under 70 passer rating. All right, here we go. Good to see Al Shazier actually get off the field on his own. I don't like seeing injuries for anybody. 1st and 10 at the 28. Pistol, now he moves to the right. 3 receivers to his left. Takes a snap. It's a handoff. Taylor looking for room. Busts over the middle. Picks up 8. Nice job by Taylor. And now it looks like the offensive line is starting to get a little movement. Start wearing them down a little bit. Good job. 2nd down and 2 at the 19. Under center, single setback, right wing formation. Man in motion is Pittman. Hands off. Taylor goes out, so he's going to get tackled for like a 5-yard loss. Holy shit, it's about to be 3rd and 7. Boy, Taylor bounced that out, and he should have just kept going forward. He should have just kept going forward instead of trying to bounce it. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage had he kept going forward. 3rd down and 7 after a 5-yard loss. Shotgun. Running back to his left. 3 receivers to his right. Four-man rush. Great coverage on Josh Downs. Colts have to kick a field goal. With 8:44, Colts have to kick a field goal and hope our defense gets a stop. Have to. Now, that's close, right? I mean, that is close. I wouldn't say way early, Sierra. That was close enough to be considered bang bang. I don't have a problem with that. On the left hash. And he's good. Now we're only down 4. Defense has to get a stop here. Defense absolutely has to get a stop here so the Colts can try to win it. That's a judgment call right now. So if it's bang bang, then it's a judgment call. Normally not seeing it. Like for instance, remember when Zaire Franklin had that pass breakup in the end zone, and we were all like, "Oh my God, he did a hell of a play." That was bang bang. He was there a little early, right? I mean, like a split second early. They could have called pass interference, but they didn't. It's the same way in that situation. But other plays, I'm way more upset about. Let's see if your good D stop them. They're good. Okay, so the D's been on the field a while, but we'll see. We've given up 300 yards of total offense so far this game. 213 through the air, 83 on the ground. The big deal is we're actually doing pretty good against CJ Stroud overall. Like I said, he doesn't have any passing touchdowns. We got 2 running touchdowns, one from Nico, one from Nick Chubb. And we do have an interception and 2 sacks. We just need to get some kind of a big defensive play. I got you, bro. I understand. But you got to remember, we got 2 all-pros right now hurt. Sauce Gardner's hurt. DeForest Buckner's hurt. In my opinion, if we had Sauce Gardner and DeForest Buckner for this whole game, we win this game with no problem. We win last week with no problems, in my opinion, if we had Buckner. But health is a problem. We need a 3-and-out or a turnover. ADC's agreeing with me here, I think. Defense got to step up and do something here. The Colts are moving the football pretty good. Here comes the kickoff by Badgley. At the 3. He's going to return it. Gets to the 20, the 25. Gets to the 30. And that's where they'll take over. Shout out each and every one of you. There's 40 of you in here. If you have not smashed that like button yet, please smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Take that notification bell so that you are notified next time we go live or upload a video. I appreciate it in turn. Johnny, you've been like that the entire game. So, well, I got faith. They've been able to stop them occasionally here and there. Let's see if we can't get a stop here. Under center, big formation, single setback. Colts got 5 guys on the line. That's a blitz. Ward fell down in coverage. 29-yard play to Nico Collins. And Ward fell down. Ward, my God. They're in Colts territory now already. Under center, single step back, 3 receivers to his left. Man in motion now is the tight end. They're going to hand the football off. Stop him. He gets a yard. He has. ADC, he has. Oh, I've been a Colts fan since '84. I've watched like every game they've ever played since they've been in Indianapolis. So they don't look great right now. Shotgun, split receivers, running back to the left, takes a snap, 4-man rush coming in. He's got all day to throw, and he got the first down. 15-yard pickup. Stroud is just picking them apart right now. Stroud's playing very good football. I'll give him that. When we get pressure, he usually is throwing it away. .4 is the passer rating. Under center, single setback. Takes a snap, hands the ball off. Big asshole. And it's a first down. Oh, they're going to call him just shy. They're running it on us easily, though. Under center, right wing formation, man in motion, single step back. They're going to hand it off. And he's blasted in the backfield by Zaire Franklin. Good stop in the backfield. 3rd down and short. And they got the first down on the quarterback sneak. Oh, they're going to call him short. They're going to call him short. Fourth down, they'll go for it again. Oh, he got that first down easily. He got that first down easily. I think he's short on that one. Did the Colts just get a turnover on downs? Did the Colts just get a turn? Let's see how the referees call this. They're going to measure it. Where they spotted it, that's not a first down. Colts got a turnover on downs on defense. How you like that shit? How about that, TJ? They got to stop. Unbelievable. Now they got to walk down and score a touchdown. The only thing that'll win. The only way they're going to win this game, they got to walk down and score a touchdown. What's up, Barry? I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Own up to it. Awesome. That's as positive as I've seen you from a defense. I'll take it. That's awesome. I thought for sure they were scoring a touchdown. I thought they got the third down conversion, honestly. Yeah, they did. By this, I admit, I thought they got the first down on the third down run, and I thought that they gave us a very friendly spot. They have blitzed quite a bit. I feel like they blitzed probably closer to 30%. They blitz more than they normally do. 100%. So there's plenty of time left in this game, right? There's 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Jonathan Taylor has 17 carries for 60 yards. They've done a good job on Jonathan Taylor so far. Taylor has not broken out. Now, he's got 36 in the air, so he's got 96 total yards. So give him that. They haven't shut him down, but they did on the run game, only allowing 3.5 yards a carry. This is the game right here. This is right here. This is the game. This is whether we find out whether or not Daniel Jones. Now he's had come from a game-winning drive already twice this year. 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. We're going to hand it off. Taylor cuts up the gut, and just keeps going. There's a flag on the play. I don't know what it is. It's in the backfield. He picks up 11, but I think they're going to call this back for holding. Oh, never mind. We're getting 5-yard penalty added to the end of the run by E.J. Speed. Yep. He had a hands to the face on Quentin Nelson. And it still didn't work. He still got pancaked. Man in motion at the 38. We're going to hand it off again. Taylor cuts back inside. He's going to pick up a yard. 2nd and 9 upcoming. Pistol. Downs in motion. Right wing formation. What a throw to Pittman or Alec Pierce at the 46-yard line. Hell to the yes. That was a great play. I'm sorry, they're going to mark him at the 44. Shotgun. Running back to the left. Left wing formation. Hand the ball off. Taylor's got room. He's at the 40. First down. Picks up to the 32-yard line. And the Colts are moving the football with 3 minutes left in the game. $84 yards now for Taylor rushing the football. He's now over 100 from scrimmage. Shotgun, running back to his right. Split receivers, big formation, 2 tight ends. Here comes a massive blitz. That's a run blitz. And, whoa, where's the flag? He only gets a yard, but there should have been. I thought there was a face mask. It looked like a face mask from where I was sitting, but maybe I was wrong. They ran blitz the shit out of that. Yeah. How was – oh, they didn't grab. Shotgun, big formation, running back to the left. We're going to go to a 2-minute warning. So it's not a face mask. You're allowed to touch a face mask. You can't grab a face mask. Okay? You're allowed to put your hand like this on the player that has the football. But once those fingers collapse in on the face mask, it's a face mask. But his hand never collapsed in. So, is what it is. Now, we got 2-minute warning. I'm going to have to cover the screen because I don't want you guys spoiling it for me. I want to appreciate each and every one because I know some people are a little quick on that thing, you know what I mean, on accident. I usually do that in the last 2 minutes anyhow, especially when it's tight. All right. Y'all been great. I got TJ to give a thumbs up on a stop by the skin of their teeth, which is good. I'm very happy about that. Daniel Jones so far, 14 of 24, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, only been sacked one time with a 113.4 passer rating. Taylor has 21 carries for 85 yards. He's back to 4 yards a carry. That's well below his average. Pierce has 4 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown. Downs has those 2 catches for 40, 2 big third down catches. Taylor's got 3 catches. Warren's got 3 catches. Pittman's got a catch. Ogletree's got a catch. All right, here we go. All right. Shotgun, running back to the right. 2nd down and 9. Big form, right wing formation. Here comes the blitz. Quick throw over the side. 3rd down and 9. Yeah, that is a face mask. He did grab. That is a grab. He did grab the side of the face mask. So that should have been a face mask. I'll give it up to you. 3rd down and 9. We're in 4 down territory, guys. We got to score a touchdown. At the 31. 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Pierce on an island. Here comes an all-out blitz. Quick throw. That's Josh Downs, and he dropped the football. Josh Downs might have just cost us this game on that play because he's had 2 massive drops. 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Here comes the timeout, Texans. Oh my goodness. So you're right. That missed extra points coming in right now because a field goal would take this to overtime. Right? So yeah, it comes into play right here. We need 9 yards to keep this game alive. 9. I'm not throwing it down. He's had 2 big drops this game. I don't know. Maybe I do because it seems like after he drops, he has a big play afterwards. Bunch to the right, running back to the left. Here comes the blitz. Overload. Game over. Incomplete pass. He threw it to Michael Pittman. Pittman was unable to come down with it. Game's over. Travis Joe with a $2. because buckle up, Colts fans. This could be a 5-game losing streak. I don't think it's a 5-game losing streak. This game's probably over unless we get a turnover, and they're going to run the ball. I can't believe Downs dropped that. Yeah, he has one catch. Speed, one catch. Wow. We ain't been able to stop the run. Now, he kind of had to throw it high, though. It was a little too high, but he had to throw it high because the guy was coming in hot. So he had to throw it to a place where, only he could get it. And this is not a game that I put on Daniel at all. I think Daniel played a really good game this game. Right, guys? I thought he played a pretty good game this game, especially for having a broken fibula. Right? He's just let down. Early in the game, he had offensive line problems, and then you're getting drops left and right. This is horrible. Horrible. Under center. Here's the handoff. He gets a yard. Colts timeout. Minute 40 left. The Colts have to get a 3 and out here. But it's the best defense, right? I mean, they're arguably the best defense in football. So give them at least some credit. I'm not saying he had a great game. I think he had a good game, but Jones didn't have a great game. But he played well enough to win this game. The team around him failed. Another handoff. That's first down. Another timeout for the Colts. Wow. Mekhi Blackman completely blew that tackle. He had every chance right here. He didn't even wrap him up, didn't use his arms, just used his shoulder. I hate Blackman. I've hated Blackman all year. Run up the gut. He's going to pick up 4. Timeout, Colts. CJ really did not have a good game today. Daniel outplayed CJ Stroud. But they ran the ball when they needed to. That's what's hurting us. And we had a couple defenders get burnt early in this game, which kind of hurt us. Another handoff. He's not going to get the first down. He's going to get a yard. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. They definitely were bad on third down. But it seemed like all their third downs were third and long too, right? Because Jonathan Taylor was getting stuffed on early downs. And then you'd have penalties. You had all kind of problems. Offensive line played like crap. You had drops left and right. Not even going to talk about some of the ref calls and non-calls. They're going to hand it off. Game's over. Game over. Play clock and the game clock is exact. But yeah, that game. Credit the defense for the Texans. They played a good game. I think the refs kind of had some bad calls in there. We shot ourselves in the foot a few too many times. Sauce got hurt. That sucked. No DeForest Buckner. Offensive line. I mean, there's a bunch of things that need to be cleaned up for this team. You can't point to one thing and say that's what cost the game. There was just too many screw-ups across the board. It was just nuts. Guys, I appreciate all of you. Thanks for coming in. I think we'll play a better game next week. Who is it that we play next week? Jacksonville? I think we'll see. Yeah, I'll say this. The missed extra point cost us because we could have kicked a field goal there and took the damn game to overtime. So that was part of it, right? They gave them an extra point, which should not have happened. Had that not happened, we could have kicked a field goal, went into overtime. There's just a bunch of stuff, right? It just seemed like all the cards were against us in that one. So hopefully we clean some shit up. But yeah, the referees were ass. I'll give them that. The defense did play a good game, but the referees were ass the entire game. And the Colts shot themselves in the foot too much. Way too much. Too many drops. You can't have drops and expect to win. Straight up. You cannot have drops and expect to win. You can't. Wow. There's just so much that went wrong with this game. Yeah, missed a couple face masks. The PI on Kenny was nuts. The extra point was BS. Them calling that extra point good for the Texans, that was BS. The suplex, yes, that should have been personal foul. That wasn't called. That was BS. There's so much. The refs in this game were terrible. Absolutely god awful. But appreciate you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. You have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.